Missiles are flying, and the dip in Bitcoin has been met with buying. So we have over the weekend here news that Supreme Leader Ayatollah has been confirmed unalived. I'm assuming everyone else is well aware that there's already been an invasion, unless you've been living under a rock, which I try to do on the weekends, as you guys know. And it takes a lot for me to do a video on a Saturday, I'll tell you. But we're doing it here right now, and we're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin really quick. And let's look at weekend Wall Street here. You can see oil prices. Just first of all, take it with a grain of salt here. Very much, very thin market. Same thing with the U.S. tech here. Very thin market. Actually, Bitcoin's much more reliable, but it does give you an idea. And this news came out about not even 30 minutes ago. And so U.S. tech was down 1%. It's now basically, actually just went green a minute ago, and now it's flat, down 21 basis points. Oil was up about 11%. We're now only up 6. So we're seeing some reversals here. I just recorded the weekend video for Jason at Wall Street Main Street, so catch that later. It should be out tonight. But I talked about how I'm not sure how this is going to shake out here, because all it takes is one tweet at this point. And if this is what the Israel and U.S. wants, to like get this to stop, we could actually reverse and maybe oil opens flat or lower. It's certainly possible. I wouldn't rule it out. And I think Bitcoin was giving that away. In fact, I was in my Discord, about an hour or two ago. And again, this is fresh news, just came out 30 minutes ago. And somebody said, hey, look at Bitcoin's green. And I said, oh, that's interesting. And then not 20 minutes later, we get that headline. So somebody may have known about that. But right now, this is is this what Bitcoin needs here? Because we've been talking about, okay, we got to break this 70K here, and then it can squeeze. And it just hasn't had enough liquidity grabbed to do that. But when you go down on fear like that, like it did, and we can't even make a lower low to Tuesday, that's kind of a signal here that sellers are exhausted, right? You've got the mother of all bear headlines, right, which is like World War III, right? And it can't even make a lower low to Tuesday. So that is possible. We certainly could, see that happening here. Just looking at the RSI here, you had a buried 1 hour RSI. So the headline there, 1 a.m, boom, and it bottomed right away. 4 hour didn't even make you didn't even have to have a bull divergence here on the 4 hours. So, panic emotion, driving an asset is always good. Always creates opportunity, but when it can't even make a new low on that panic, that's also a signal of seller exhaustion here. So there could be something to watch. Can we break those lines here? Can we break 2140, 2150 on ETH up 2, Sol up 3.5. So, and again, NASDAQ futures here now, they're basically back to flat. And oil, up 6 and 6.7. I can show you as well on the terminal. I had XLE up here. If this were to gap up and hold the gains, I think 60 is going to be a big level for possibly profit taking there. So a lot of interesting stuff here to go over this weekend. We'll be keeping an eye on it. Let me flip over here real quick. Again, I don't know. Something could happen 10 minutes from now and make everything I just said irrelevant. But we'll see if that is the case there with Bitcoin. But yeah, we're just watching the tightening range here. And again, if Trump comes out tomorrow night and says something markets like, it can go right back the other way. And again, for somebody to have inside info on this, which they absolutely did. I told you Thursday night we were going to get a headline. I could just tell. But oil rallying, pricing this in essentially to a degree, or front running it rather. And spiders being down, like we couldn't even break 681 on the spiders here. With someone knowing that World War III was going to happen. So if things turn around, it could certainly get interesting on that front. And again, obviously your tightening range here sets us up. We gap down, we take this out. It's most likely going to test this and probably make a new low at the very least. But if sellers don't do something here, you're looking at 68.95 again with that level over and over and over again. Really all the last 2 weeks. That's a big level. We tested it yesterday to the tick by 1 point or minus 1 point. And through that can push this market higher. I also kind of drew that potential path out earlier this week. I believe it was on Tuesday, which was actually kind of funny because I did not know this was coming. But yeah, right there, bounce, hit that, bounce to the yellow, and then, you know, possible up. We'll see. Again, I'm just doodling here and having fun with it. I'm not doing any more videos on a Saturday. I've already spent too much time. Anyways, you guys take care. We're not going to do a Sunday night video tomorrow, I hope. We'll see. You guys take care. Have a good weekend. I'm about to get the hell out of here and get away from the charts. You guys take care. I'll see you guys all on Monday.